Hello, everybody. It is very late at night that I am recording this, and I don't really even know why I'm doing it because I have no idea if anybody's going to watch this. But Ollie Watkins, my goodness, what a way to announce yourself to the world that Aston Villa don't just belong in the little Villa down in the middle of the Premier League, a little team who can, maybe we'll punch above our weight every now and again. No, no, no. We're the type of team that produces players that win World Cup finals like Emi Martinez and score last minute winners against the Netherlands in semi-finals and bring England to a final of Euro 2024. I am just astonished. And I cannot tell you the sheer wave of joy that washed over me as that goal hit the net. And I just knew it was Watkins who'd done it. We have watched this guy join Villa from Brentford in the Championship, come up into the Premier League with Villa at a time when we just stayed up by the skin of our teeth in the Premier League. Watched him improve and improve, endure a year of terrible management from Steven Gerrard, endure the random Danny Ings purchase, which made no sense at the time and still doesn't in retrospect, and then be chosen by be recognised by Unai Emery as the the main striker, the man who Emery knew he could hone into the main striker for Aston Villa, which he always should have been from day one when he joined us. Um, to see that journey from when he joined Villa to now to this, it's just absolutely magical. I watched the game with two Arsenal fans, right, and another Villa fan, and trying to explain it to non-Villa fans about to think of where Villa have been for so long, the last 10, 15 years where it's been pretty dire for the most part. To think now that we're back at this stage where Villa players do things like this in clutch moments like that in the semi-final, in the last minute of the semi-final for England against, a decent Netherlands team. It's amazing. And it's why we are a Champions League club, because we have players who can do things like this. Ezri Konsa in the last England game against Switzerland as well turned up and everybody raved about him because repeated exactly what Villa fans have been saying for 4 or 5 years about the guy. Versatile, reliable, top class. I, I, I genuinely felt quite emotional when that went in. And do you know what it reminded me of? And I swear on my life, as soon as Watkins got that ball, the position he was in, I was midway through saying, "This is Watkins' territory," and then he did it. And what I was saying was, "This is Watkins' territory. This is where and then he amazing. And I had in that moment, I had flashbacks to two goals that spring out from the top of my mind. One was the Olympiacos goal at home at Villa Park, amazing goal, worked from back to front, got to Watkins, and just first time bashes it into the bottom corner with his right foot from very similar position. He did it tonight. And the other goal I think of is against Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge, very early in last season, where we won 1-0. And again, probably from a position where you think the odds are against him that he's going to score here, and just whacks it bottom corner. That just is his position. And I probably shouldn't drink tonight, but uh, you know, this is to Ollie. This is to it's just magic. Like for those of you not watch it, who we have, this podcast has a lot of people listen from all over the world. So for those of you not in the UK right now, I would say that within England there hasn't been the kind of level of excitement that there has been at previous tournaments, the World Cup and the Euros, 2021, World Cup 22, 18, when England went quite far in pretty much all of them. In those tournaments, it felt like you kept hearing three lines, and you kept seeing England flags everywhere. This tournament that hasn't happened because by and large England have played terribly, awfully, and somehow made the way through. And I think probably Switzerland, the Netherlands, England have stepped up a bit, but also have the players that can just produce what Steve and Gerrard would call moments of magic, and that's what they're doing. And I think against the Netherlands, I think England probably deserved it. Really, I think England were the better team, and I think Gary Neville said it after the game. It's a tournament team, isn't it? They know how to work their way through. Well, they're back in the final and they're playing an amazing Spain. Well, an excellent Spain team. We'll see how that goes. But the fact of the matter is, this is a Villa podcast, so just to know that a Villa player was so crucial, it produced a moment that kids who watch that will never ever forget it. Ever. To know a moment like that was a Villa player who did that is special, because it's just not happened very often in my life following Villa. Watching Emi Martinez do what he's done for Argentina, helping Lionel Messi, the greatest player of all time, to win the international trophies that long eluded him, and maybe even another one on Sunday in the Copa America final. It's just been that in itself as a journey, as a non-Argentinian, has been magical. And to see now, that Martinez is continuing to do that for Argentina, but to now see Watkins produce a moment like that, and to see Ezri Konsa be such a substantial part of the team as well against Switzerland, and even came on tonight against the Netherlands, it's magic. Aston Villa are a team that produces players who do things like this. It's indicative of where Villa are now as a team. And like I say, it's a Villa player produced a moment like that. That, as I say, kids watching it now, young kids, they'll never ever forget this, ever. And Ollie Watkins gave them that moment. And he's given us plenty of magical moments as an Aston Villa player. And I'm absolutely convinced the next season in the Champions League and Premier League, he'll do that again. What's likely to happen now is that you'll hear endless rumours that Manchester City suddenly are, oh, what that Watkins lad, oh, he's worth 100 million. Chelsea, United, Liverpool, all these teams will now they'll all chirp up, but he ain't going anywhere because he's ours, and he's fundamental to how we play, fundamental to our success, and there's plenty more magical moments to come from such a brilliant football player. That is magic. It's just I can't even put it into words just how happy I am for him, and to know that Aston Villa are the team who make these sorts of players. Anyway, yeah, just thought I'd do that. Don't know if anybody's going to watch this. Don't really care. Quite an emotional moment, really, isn't it? Up the mighty Villa.